Hi there guys, I'm Nikhil from Notion Hub, and in this video, I'm going to show you the best features for your Vivo Y30. By the way, I've already posted a dedicated video for the tips and tricks section where I've talked about many things which I won't be covering in this video. So definitely check out that video. Link will be in the description. Now the best thing about this phone are definitely its cameras. On the rear, this phone has a quad camera setup with a 13 megapixel primary camera, and for selfies, it is an 8 megapixel camera. These are some sample shots. Next best thing about this phone is definitely its display. It is a 6.47-inch IPS display with HD plus resolution with a punch hole design in 19.5:9 aspect ratio. It is definitely one of the best looking displays in this price segment, at least in the retail market. Next, this phone also packs in some decent performance. It sports a MediaTek Helio P35 processor with PowerVR GE8320 GPU with up to 8GB of RAM and up to 128GB of storage. Purely in terms of performance, it's not that powerful, so I'll definitely not recommend it for gaming. Next, we have a new feature called Quick Launch Applications, and you can access it only if you're using gestures. Once you enable this feature, you can just swipe and hold from the sides to get some quick shortcuts for your favorite applications. Next, we have a super wide angle camera mode, and it does take some pretty wide angle pictures. These are the sample shots. Next we have Super Macro Mode. This is a new feature that allows you to take pictures of close-up objects, and Vivo does a pretty decent job with it. These are some sample shots. Next, we have a dedicated night mode for the rear camera, and this is the camera interface. As of now, night mode isn't all that impressive, but might improve with a future update. These are some sample shots. Next, we also have a dedicated night mode for selfies. These are some sample shots. Next we have posture mode. Now this is a brand new feature from Vivo that will allow you to take better pictures in different poses. Once you enable this feature, a frame appears on the screen to track your position and guides you into a stylish pose that can stand out from the crowd. At the end of the day, it'll make you a pose master. Next we have Panorama Selfies. Now this feature allows you to take wide-angle shots using the front-facing camera. This feature can give you some pretty wide-angle selfies. Next we have portrait mode for both the front and rear cameras. There isn't much to talk about it, so these are the sample pictures. Now going on next, this phone even has Face Beauty mode. Now the name seems familiar, but usually most phones just improve the skin tones, but on this phone, we can make real-time changes to your face. Like we can change the skin tones, make your face thinner, reshape your face, and do a lot more stuff like that. Next we have different portrait light effects. Just like the iPhones, we can choose different lighting effects while taking portrait shots. We can choose between natural lights, studio lights, and so on. Next we have Ultra Game mode. Now even the previous Vivo phones had this feature, but we have a brand new UI and some extra features. Like there's a new esports mode which can further optimize your phone for better gaming experience. We also have 4D game vibration. For games like PUBG, your phone vibrates every time you shoot or you get hit, and there are a lot more cool features related to gaming that you should definitely check out. Next we have new navigation gestures. Once you enable this feature, you can swipe from the bottom of the screen to go home, swipe and hold for recent apps, and you can swipe from the left side or right side to go back a step. Finally, you can swipe diagonally from the bottom left corner or the bottom right corner to trigger Google Assistant. Next, we have a dedicated dark mode. Now, once you enable this feature, it turns all the UI elements to dark theme, and now the phone will look much more cooler. It strains your eyes less at night and you can also schedule it to automatically turn on and turn off at a specific time. Once you enable the dark mode, some of the stock applications like the phone dialer and SMS application also change their theme. Next, we have a quick gesture to open split screen mode. On this phone, you can just swipe up using 3 fingers to open split screen mode. This gesture works anywhere, anytime, for almost all the applications. Next, we have Super Power Saver mode. Once you enable this feature, all the applications that are running in the background will be killed and you will be given access to only few applications, like phone dialer, messenger and some other applications. You can only use some applications, but once you enable this feature, it'll drastically improve your phone's standby time. Let's say you're running low on battery, say 5 to 10%, and you don't want your phone to switch off, you can just enable this mode and your phone will last for hours. Next, we have App Encryption. For the first time when you open it up, it'll ask you to set up a password and then select the applications that you want to lock. We can also unlock the locked applications using the password or the fingerprint scanner, or even by using the Face Unlock feature. If you use Face Unlock feature, most of the time whenever you open a locked application, because of that super fast Face Unlock speeds, you won't even see the lock screen. Now going on next, we have a feature called Smart Click. It's a quick shortcut to allow you to perform some actions when you press and hold the volume down button when the display is turned off. From the settings page you can configure the action, but personally I like to use it for the flash. When the phone is locked, I can simply press and hold the volume down button to toggle the flash. By the way, it doesn't work if you're playing some music, and you can also press the power button to turn off the flash. Next we have one-handed mode. This phone has a massive screen and obviously you need 2 hands to use this phone. But for some reason, if you want to use this phone single-handedly, or maybe unlock the password or use the keyboard single-handedly, you can do all that using this feature. You can just swipe your finger in a particular way to shrink the screen and you can repeat it again to make it big again. Next we have 3-finger screenshot. Now before I show you how to use that, let me show you how to take a normal screenshot. Just press the volume down and power button both at the same time to take a screenshot. Now this particular trick is pretty simple and works with almost all the Android phones. Now coming back to the 3-finger screenshot, simply enable this feature and swipe down using 3 fingers to take a screenshot. Personally, I love this feature, and if you're someone who takes a lot of screenshots on your phone, then this can be really useful. Next, we can also take a long screenshot on this phone. To take a long screenshot, first you need to take a regular screenshot. You can either use the button or the gestures. Once you take a screenshot, you'll get a preview. Just tap on the long screenshot option. Now just scroll the page to take a longer screenshot. Now going on next, I'm going to show you how to stop or allow applications from running in the background. By default, this phone is configured to kill all the applications that are running in the background after some time. But for some reason, if you don't want some applications to be killed, say like WhatsApp or Facebook, you can whitelist those applications from here. Next we have AUTOSTART management. When you kill applications from the recent apps page, some applications restart automatically and then they run in the background. Applications like Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp might be important, but some applications like Amazon, Flipkart or even UC browser need not run in the background automatically. So from this page, you can stop those applications from automatically restarting in the background and thereby improving some battery life. Next we have Game Space. Now this is an application that simply lists all the games that are available on your phone in a pretty cool user interface. It also gives you complete stats of your gameplay, like how long you have been playing the game, how much data it has consumed over Wi-Fi or mobile data, and more information like that. Next we have Game Assistant. Now once you enable this feature for a particular game, you can swipe from the left side corner to bring up a panel with some quick actions. Here's a quick preview. Next we have Double Tap to Wake. Just like the name suggests, once you enable this feature, you can double tap the screen when your phone is locked to wake it up. This particular feature works really well with Face Unlock feature. Just double tap the screen, display lights up and sees your face, and then immediately unlocks the phone. Overall, you'll have a very immersive experience without losing on security. Next we have Double Tap to Sleep. Now once you enable this feature, you can simply double tap in an empty area on your default launcher, that's the home screen, or your lock screen to lock your phone. This is a pretty unique feature and I wish it could even work with the status bar. Next we have Smart Wake gestures. Now these are just screen off gestures, but Vivo likes to call them the Smart Wake gestures. So these are all the gestures that are available. We can do a swipe up gesture when the phone is locked to unlock the phone. We can swipe it down to open the camera application. We can draw a C to open the phone dialer and draw M to play music. And there are a lot more stuff like that. So definitely check them out. Next we have Rest to Wake feature. Now just like the name suggests, once you enable this feature, whenever you pick up your phone, screen lights up and shows you the lock screen. If you have enabled face unlock feature, every time you lift your phone, display lights up, front facing camera sees your face and immediately unlocks the phone. Once again, just like the double tap to wake feature, even this feature can give you a much more immersive experience, but sometimes it can be annoying. Next we have a feature called App Clone. This feature allows you to use two versions of the same application at the same time. You just need to enable this feature for the applications that you want to use, and then you will be able to find two instances of the same application on your home screen. With this feature, you can use two Facebook accounts, two Instagram accounts, two WhatsApp accounts, and so on. It's a pretty cool feature, but only supports few applications. Next we have Air Unlock. Now this is a very fancy feature from Vivo that is supposed to unlock your phone whenever you wave over it. It's fancy and it looks cool, but it only works if you don't have a password set up. So I'll not recommend you to use this feature. Next we have a lot of smart call features, which I would recommend you to check them out yourself. You can put your phone near your ear to lift the call, hold it in your hand to turn on the speaker mode, swipe over the proximity sensor to lift the call, and do some other crazy stuff. So check them out yourself. Next we have Shake to turn on the flash. Now once you enable this feature, you can shake your phone in the lock screen or the home screen to turn on the flash. Once the flash is turned on, you can press the power button to turn it off. This feature is kinda hard to use, so personally I never used it. Instead, I use the Smart Click feature to turn on the flash. Next we have Smart Keep Bright. Now once you enable this feature, your phone will use its front-facing camera to see if you are looking at the phone, and if you are looking at the phone, it will not turn off the display. It's a pretty unique feature. Next we have Smart Reminder. Once you enable this feature, every time you have a missed call or a notification, whenever you pick up your phone, you will get a gentle reminder and a slight haptic feedback. Next we have S Capture. I've already shown you how to take a regular screenshot, long screenshot, and the 3-finger screenshot, but this phone still offers a lot of things related to screenshots. We can access the Super Screenshot feature from the toggles, and once you select it, you get a lot of options. We can take a long screenshot, rectangular screenshot, we can even record the screen, and take some funny screenshots as well. This is something you should definitely check. Next we have Flashlight Notification. Once you enable this feature, every time you get a call or a message, LED light or the flashlight on the back flickers, giving you a visible indication. Next we have Easy Touch, which is like a floating bubble just like on the iPhones, with some additional options. You can tap it once for additional options. You can also choose a custom action for double tap, like going back, going to the home screen, or pulling down the notification bar. This feature is exactly like the floating bubble on the iOS. Next we have Eye Protection Mode. According to a research, using smartphones, tablets, or anything that emits a blue light will affect your sleep. So once you enable this feature, it puts a warm tint on the screen and filters the blue light. You can also change the intensity of the tint to make the display look more warmer or a little bit lighter. You can also schedule it to automatically turn on and turn off at a specific time. Next we have Face Beauty for video call. Now this is kind of a unique feature that's available on this phone that will allow you to use Face Beauty mode while making video calls, especially for apps like WhatsApp and Skype. Next we have Task Timer, which has features like Schedule Power On Power Off, Schedule Vibration Mode, Aeroplane Mode, and Countdown Vibration, where the touch vibration will be turned on for custom time. With Schedule Power On and Off, you can set a time for the phone to power on and power off automatically. Next we have a feature called Network Management, where we can disable internet access to applications over Wi-Fi and mobile data. Normally most people won't be using this feature, but if you're someone who wants absolute control over your phone, or maybe you don't want applications to access internet, you can use this feature and block internet access to those applications. Next we have Wireless Display. Using this feature, we can cast the screen of your phone to a smart TV or any device that supports Mirrorcast. It works with Mirrorcast, but it doesn't work with a Chromecast. Next we have Bike Mode. Now this is kind of a new feature that's popping up on all the phones, which gives you additional options like rejecting all calls when you're on a ride. If you wish, You can accept calls from your favorite contacts. You can also configure it to auto-respond with a message and prevent you from answering calls if your speed is more than 10 km per hour. Next, this phone also comes with some custom Google Assistant functions. This is one of the few phones out there that gives you custom actions, and you can make Google Assistant do things like taking a selfie or taking a photo in night mode, which is something a regular Google Assistant won't do. Next, we have Digital Wellbeing. This is a feature from Google which tracks all your usage and gives you complete analysis of which apps you're using more. You can also use this feature to restrict your own usage to have a healthy digital life. Next, we have Bedtime Mode. Now, this feature is part of Digital Wellbeing, which can help you sleep faster at night. Using this feature, we can schedule your phone to turn on Grayscale Mode and Do Not Disturb Mode at a specific time. Grayscale Mode makes your display white and black, and Do Not Disturb Mode just makes your phone more silent. And overall, it helps you sleep faster at night. So guys, these are all the features offered by this phone. If I missed out on anything important, do let me know by commenting below this video, and definitely check out my video on the tips and tricks section. Link will be in the description. By the way, if you're planning to buy this phone, use the link in the description. It always helps the channel. If you want us to make any specific video, tweet out to us with the hashtag AskGreedyTech on Twitter, and we will try to make it as soon as possible. I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech signing off. Have a nice day.